I'm sitting outside of my hotel in the smoking. Look, this is perfect for me. Look, you can see how I'm dressed. Look, yes. I ain't smoking cigarettes though. I don't do that. Cigarettes will kill you. Stop smoking cigarettes. But I'm sitting out here and I'm away on sabbatical, so my creativity, I literally have been asleep. I'm gonna tell you something funny. The first night I had a date that I was here, and he's probably gonna watch this, but normally when I go on these sabbaticals, like as soon as I walk in the room, the weight of the world lifts off of me. All the stress and all the stuff that I'm under, it lifts off of me. And like, I'm sleepy. I want to lay down and go to sleep. But I'm trying to be bougie in 2026. I upgraded my wine. I got me a bottle of Apothic Cabernet Sauvignon. That's my drink. That's what I drink. But I'm kind of on the Sutter Home level. So, and then I take an edible. And I'm here by myself. I'm not here to do anything for the next 7 days. It's just about rest. I'm gonna be asleep. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna listen to books. And yesterday the princess came because the Lions played, and we have to watch them together. I feel like if we didn't watch them together, they might have lost. So they won because we watched them together. But I'm literally here to just completely break down. I mean, I've been here, I've cried, and I got more crying to do because I'm transforming in rest. There's a scripture in the Bible that says he gives his beloved rest. But I heard one of my spiritual mothers, her name was Sylvia Kendall, and she received the revelation differently. And when she taught it to me, she taught it, he gives to his beloved in rest. Meaning, if you want God to do something in your spirit, you gotta rest. You need healing, you gotta rest. One of the things that was revealed to me is that and believe me and my daughter have been through many surgeries in the past 15 years. But none of them are done while you're awake. They put you to sleep in order to do extensive, detailed, purposeful surgery for healing. Take the natural to the psychological, spiritual, whatever you call it, because it's psychology to me. If it makes sense, it's psychology to me, because I do have a master's in the science of psychology, so I pay attention to those type of things. So, if you got to be put to sleep physically to have a surgery for healing, you got to be put to sleep emotionally, mentally, spiritually, to heal from trauma in those areas. And you need to know where that trauma is. And so I am 100% an advocate for therapy and counseling, trauma therapy and counseling. I am, at this point, when I say I'm rising on the deep a different frequency is because in the year 2026, I'm already a professional, a certified professional life coach. I'm already that. I already got all my credentials for where I want to go. But I want to specialize in doing coaching for people that are in trauma, or that live in trauma, or that need to understand how to live in trauma, And so the 13th, Tuesday the 13th of January, I am going to be the guest on a podcast called The People's Podcast, and we're going to be talking about trauma bonds. And that's like a pop psychology word right now. But I'm a professional, so I'm going to give you some DMS-5, which is the Bible for psychology. I'm going to give you that. But look, for the past 15 years, I've been living inside of a trauma. I've been diagnosed with complex PTSD. So I'm not just going to give you scripture and verse. I'm not going to just give you somebody else's writing. I'm going to give you me. My story. Raw and uncut. And I guarantee, if you are on the frequency of trauma that I dwell on, healing's coming for you. So tune in. January 13th. You can watch it on Facebook, Instagram. Go to my page and check, because I'm not well versed in podcasting. This will be the first podcast I've ever done. I've ever been a guest on. But I know it. If you know, you know. Period. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. And everybody that tunes in, I guarantee you're shifting to a higher frequency, because we're shifting frequencies in 2026. Fuck all that other stuff. We are shifting frequencies. There's going to be a distinct sound that I'm going to make. I'm already making it. It's just the people hearing it are 40 and under. Something going on here. I'm with them. I'm no longer with what was of the past. I'm awake now. I can't unsee what I see. And I've always been a person that sought knowledge, that sought truth. That's why I'm a scientist. That's right now, you all are in the middle of my dissertation for my doctorate. So I'll explain that in years to come, but I got stuff to do. But I see, as a scientist, you observe, you ask questions. You ask questions. Then you observe, you ask questions. Then you kind of sit and watch. And I'm doing this in my family. If I consider you empire, that's because I consider you family. And my family, to be honest, we coming up from the bottom. We haven't been I didn't grow up being called a queen, the empress. That was an evolution of my life through trauma. I didn't grow up thinking that my blackness was beautiful. I didn't. I grew up being teased because I was dark skinned. And literally, I'm not that dark skinned. Because my son was black. But I remember not knowing that I was even pretty until I got to Atlanta. When I got to Atlanta, that's a whole nother season. Anyway, you'll get to read it in the coming years. So I'm putting all of it out there. All of it. All of me. Because that's all I got to offer. My story, raw and uncut. And then you'll see how the Most High sat me down and put the pieces together again. Thank you, Barbara Yoder, who in 1993 prophesied to me and said that she saw the pieces of my heart shattered. But she saw God putting those pieces back together again. But when it was put back together again, I would not be the same person I was before I was shattered. Thank you to Prophetess Barbara Yoder. If you know, you know. I really literally haven't even seen her since she said that to me. But she said that to me at the Thomas Edison Inn in Port Huron, Michigan in 1993. It's 2025, baby. It's 2025. And I'm telling you, that is a prophet, because everything she said happened. And here I am. I am the Empress. You all have a blessed day, and I speak the blessing of peace and productivity over your Monday. Don't let nobody knock you off your square today, because you are who you are. And may your hands prosper, may your hands be productive and prosper at anything you put them to. Be blessed and be a blessing today, my loves. I love you. I said.